What's going on, everybody? It is the one and only Q from Retro Q Gaming, and here we are going to talk about the future of gaming. That is, the future of console gaming, which is like the current, if not a little bit older. But anyway, that's not the point. What we are talking about here is that Sony are finally going to reveal what they're calling the future of gaming reveal event anyway. Now, it's going to be an event where they're going to show just over 1 hour of PlayStation 5 games and PlayStation 5 gameplay, hopefully. Basically, it's a big showcase for PS5 games. Now, this has all been announced by Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO and President Jim Ryan, and he has to say, "I'm excited to share that we will soon give you a first look at the games you'll be playing after PlayStation 5 launches this holiday." So that's basically it, kind of. We're going to talk a little bit more about it now in a minute. But essentially, this event, if you will, is going to be happening at 9 p.m. BST, that's 8 UTC, on Thursday, June 4th. Naturally, I will be streaming it, so feel free to stop on and watch along, and we'll see what the future of gaming is. But more importantly, some other comments have come out within, well, basically today, to coincide with this. Now, let's look at the Xbox Series L for a second, a console that has been widely criticized for not having any true next-gen games. Hell, it doesn't even have any exclusives. But the point is that because they're developing cross-generational games, it has to factor in the Jaguar CPU and the absolutely terrible GCN-based Radeon GPU in there. And because of that, concessions have to be made in fundamental game design, which will lower the ceiling, if you will, or even lower the base floor of innovation, feature set, game development, etc. But that's the Xbox Series L. Here we are talking about the PS5. And a couple of extra really important ones are as follows. A user named Peter Dalton says, "I'm so excited for the future. It is time to push forward and leave our old gaming limitations behind us." Now, typically you wouldn't think, Q, why are you reading a random person on Twitter? I mean, anyone can say anything and be a fanboy of whatever. That is correct. But who is Peter Dalton? Well, Peter Dalton is the Chief Technical Officer and Technical Director at Blue Point Games, one of the most amazing studios out there. Now remember, I do want to say that currently Blue Point Games are not a Sony exclusive studio. I don't know why everyone kind of runs with that. But they are not a Sony exclusive studio. They have done several projects for Microsoft as well. And until we see otherwise, they are not owned by Sony. However, of course, they do have high-profile Sony remasters, remakes, and all as well. Most notably, and most recently, the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which was an absolutely amazing game. Of course, it would be remiss of me to mention that supposedly Blue Point Games do have a PS5 remake of some big, high-profile, fondly remembered previous Sony game. Now everyone reckons it's going to be Demon's Souls for some reason. Personally, I hope it's not, mainly because I don't really care about the game, but I would absolutely love to just see the absolute butthurt tears flow. It would be amazing. My money is on Legend of Dragoon. Let's remake that bad boy with Blue Point Games and PS5. But let's circle back for just 1 second before we finish up on the video. And remember when I talked about the Xbox Series L and their whole cross-generational development, factoring in Xbox One, factoring in Xbox Series L, and factoring in the glorious PC Gaming Master Race? Well, Jim Ryan, because he apparently knows what's up, in order to sell you a new PlayStation 5 and not give you games that already run on your existing hardware, well, he has said that he is not interested in bringing PlayStation 5 games back to the PlayStation 4. Meaning that pretty much everything we're going to see that is labeled as, from Sony at least anyway, first party and PlayStation 5, yeah, you're probably not going to see a PlayStation 4 version, which is absolutely fantastic and absolutely phenomenal. But the point is, what I am happy about here is this, unlike Microsoft, is pushing forward. They're pushing next generation. They're not factoring in the, in Sony's case, 100 plus million users. Why? Because you're buying a next generation console. You want next generation games, next generation showcases. So as we wind down, let's do one or two little things. What are we going to see here? Well, I reckon we are going to see some probable new entries. The big one that everyone wants, of course, Knack 3.